Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Vampyr. And just starting off from where we left off, we're about to go pay our ask for forgiveness in a church. So go for it.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you?
Hunter?
Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Hi.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Oh, that's just the poster, okay. I mean, I've been doing good. I have only killed many people, and all vampire hunters. Hi. Vampire hunter, do you want to be a snack? You can be my snack. Snack hunt. Hi. Doom-de-doom-doom. Nom 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 nom. F-bomb.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
1, 2, 3. There you go. Good boy. Neither of you dropped any loot. Oh, never mind. There's one. Like I seem to sometimes have trouble finding the loot that they drop, and I'm wondering if they sometimes don't drop them, or I just sometimes miss them. But like he didn't seem to drop anything, and I'm not seeing anything obvious. So. Again, this district is gonna have a problem. And I'm not happy about it. Father Whitaker?
Yes? What is it that you want?
That's different.
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
Joseph
May I
Larrabee.
help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
All of them are no, but in different forms. Personal matter.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
Interesting how one option is this is a private concern, and the other is this is a private matter, which is a very they are the amount of like the range of choices is staggering. I've words for one departed.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond.
If you say so.
I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
But again, the consequences of this are worrying me. I'm gonna go with just know I cared for her.
Just know I cared for her.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
Thanks.
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible.
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question.
Did I kill her?
What would you like her to
Oh.
know?
I mean, we are here to ask for forgiveness, right?
I killed you. There's no excuse.
I didn't...
My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
I did not choose to, one, say I killed her, second, tell her name. I specifically chose an option before to not tell her name, like, just know I cared for her. And then just, please forgive me, dot, like, and it says like, I killed you, Mary. I'm, what? What? No.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
But you just opened up about... but you just opened up about it to the... I'm confused. Okay, and then Edgar Swansea. What level?
Step back, sir.
A lot. Okay.
Boys,
Okay, we gotta do this quickly. Because...
Christ, he's dead. Murderous bastard.
These boys are... I don't have a good plan for them. At least the hitting damage isn't aggravated, but still. Sheesh. Oh! Oh. A skull, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm uncertain. Is it weird that I wonder that like if I get +1 money, it's still in plural, like +1 shillings. That looks like that sounds like skulls because the om nom nom sound is not very deep, so I don't think it's the wolf type enemies. I hope. But yeah, the map is now like respawned with different kinds of at least corpses to loot and more enemies again. Even though time didn't pass yet. Level 16. I can deal with this, but I need to probably level up though. Like I'm starting to be a little or not even a little under-leveled again. There you go. Also, I think my code has glitched out. Yeah, like see the lower part of the screen. The code is glitched out through my thigh. So when I like walk forward, my left leg is sort of free. Like it doesn't have the code. There you go. That's more like it. Yeah. Got it. Oh, there's two of them. Both rogue skulls, so it's, you know. Let's hope I can... Oh. I couldn't move because the stamina went out. It sometimes happens. Oh, hi! Hi! Where did you come from? Holy crap, that's bad. Bad news bears. Jesus Christ. This is gonna be so... Listen, Zombo boy. I have oh god, bigger concerns than you right about now. $16. Okay. Please die, 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 die. I need to focus on this one. Come on. The thing is, just one combo from that is like basically all of my life bar. It's so like... See? One hit is that much. And it's aggravated too. Like it's... A small mistake can really just like tumble down into a huge problem. Ugh. Sure. An unlooted trash can.
I cannot enter.
Got it done though. Thing is at least done and done. That is important. This way, right? Yeah. But yeah, there could still be enemies, and I'm healing the aggravated damage via blood. It doesn't happen without it, so since I see, especially these will then help with the blood count.
Thirst for blood.
I find it an odd choice that he says that every time he eats a rat.
This is despicable.
Like every time, he never stops complaining about the rats when you eat one. Right. His friend didn't hear. That's impressive.
Over there! Die, Fanny! God walks with me!
Yeah, that god creature, that's a problem. I hate those so hard.
Cannot be defeated! Dead!
Shush. Stay away from me.
The power of the Lord commands you!
I don't care. You're gonna do that flashlight thing somewhere away from me, Mr. Alan Wake from the church. Boom. Those boys are tricky, man. Like, I need to get a... I just need to, like, internalize a better strategy at them. Yeah, I won, but still. Jesus. G-zums. And you heard nothing, huh? Wow. Boom. I feel confident in saying he dropped nothing. Right, okay. Have I been here? Doesn't look familiar. $5, cool, but interesting.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth.
Uh-huh.
You. I remember you.
Yes. The people also made the game remember me, haha. Do you look like that in real life? Do you have a crown of whatever? Oh, I can just talk to... Hi. Hi.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Yeah. Why choose me? I mean, I can already probably say that he is at least an elder vampire or more. That's the inkling I have. Stop your riddle is just I have an opening to ask actual useful questions. So why choose me is the most sensible thing to me.
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
What?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Calm down.
Truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
I'm not convinced that
So the
his words were
vampire who
helpful.
made me is some sort of disembodied entity. Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind?
Maybe.
Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
But yeah, if he has this thing he wants me to do, probably, right? It's super not useful to him to speak in riddles, though. That's kind of like, that defeats the purpose. Like, why would he come to me and say, defeat the snake of knowing with the iron spur? Now you are our champion. I'm like, yeah, okay. So you want me to do something? Why speaking riddles when you want me to do something? Just explain to me what you want me to do. That seemed very not sensible from his point of view, in my opinion. Level 20 mesmerize. Oh, goody. Question, what is the mesmerizing level of... Was this blood trail here before? Thelma is 2. Like, what's with the...
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Yeah, recent events, yes.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Wait, what?
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but well, maybe it was him.
It would help if I could super remember who any of these people were, but I am shocked.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Damn.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Give us a second. Hampton was he the vicar? The spiritual guy, not the vicar, but like the not priest, but the spiritual guide of the docks or something. Yes. Who the hell was Jones? I don't see any X's in the... How confusing. Who?
Free Street Corner. The daily routine.
Oh, this one. Right, the gossip lady. But why does it not show us? Or is it just like missing or gone from the thing? Yeah, I think he's just gone from the listing and not. Okay. Damn. Maybe we won't be able to go to sleep still, because I apparently need to... Okay, morgue. I think I need to go this way, though, to get there. This is gonna be interesting. Rakesh, did you happen to notice... Also, I'll take your stuff, thanks.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
If you say so. Oh.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir. But I rose to the challenge.
You can't impersonate one.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived,
I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
Okay, but I can't
Goodbye,
ask.
Mr. Chidana.
I can't ask him about the and it's not a side quest as such. Why did Hampton? I would have somehow thought that I could ask him about the if the corpse had been brought here. Because the blood trail ends at the door. Oh, maybe it's this one. Hi.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Is there anything you require?
Reveal what we are to see all we love die.
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded.
I mean, we die as well. Like, nothing lives forever in that we have the capacity to die by means of aggravated damage, for example.
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts.
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
See, I was confused by, like, why couldn't I just say hi to Mother? Just like, hey, here I am. I, was kind of, found myself in some place and now I'm working at the hospital. Why would she need to know I'm a vampire? Like, yeah, she couldn't see me during the daytime and it would be weird, but still. I don't know.
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
I see.
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
I mean, she did bring an astute point about begging to be turned. I didn't immediately think of that, but she's probably right. But can I press buttons about like anything here? Like surely I need to do something about this Miss Jones thing. But it didn't bring up a side quest, so maybe Swansea will tell me about it. I can hope, right? That's really weird that like no quest thing would have popped up from like, oh, the lady, Lady Jones is dead and Hampton killed her, and it just didn't bring up a quest line, even though clearly it should.
God
right?
protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
I've killed so many of you I know already. You can sense me and then I kill you.
This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Oh boy.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What's up with Jones though? Or, yeah.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Confidence must be restored.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, yeah.
Jonathan.
I
She
learned about
was
this.
Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughter.
So did I checked.
Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the
I know, I talked to her. Odd that the dialogue doesn't like... I mean, it is very like time consuming to like make dialogue bend into what you've done. I know, like that is true, but it's still like... it sort of jumps into being a little like, you know, unimmersive for a bit. I'm your only hope again. I don't have the heart, but I'll help you, sure.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
I'll protect. They might attack. I'll protect you.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Right. Does that mean I still shouldn't go to bed because I have so much XP to use though. Surely now is like the best possible time to level up a lot because I am sort of kind of starting.
Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Man, I hope that now's a good time because I've, you know, everything is in as good a shape as it can be. There's no citizens in distress. No one's sick, at least that I can reach. What else? And I've like made all the quest lines at this point that I can reach as well, so at least as far as I understand. Let's see about just restoring some of my, like, do I have any extra healing potions and so on I've picked up? Regen Simmer, but that's probably stamina, right? No, that's health. Cool. I need those. I could make a blood serum. That seems sensible. That's easy to make. That's harder, but I do probably have stuff to make opium from. Yeah. Let's have one of each, just so we have one of each, so when we encounter it, it's easy to make. The fatigue ones seem to be the most common, so I have 3 of those, but Beyond that, we'll just, you know, make do. Okay.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Right, but I haven't gotten any yet. Somehow. I don't know. Okay, yeah, so... 5 seconds of... It doesn't cost anything, does it, though? Vampires afraid of suffering damage are familiar with the hardness ability. This blood ability will protect the vampire from direct damage. Unfortunately, it does not stop them from being grabbed by enemies. You can hurt my body, but only if you can catch me. Is the barrier, like, just around me, or is it a stationary one? I'll take one, sure. I feel like at least one level could save my hide at some point. You say throw a spear made of blood, but like what damage are we talking about here? Because it doesn't say anything about damage, it's just like... The vampire wields their blood and throws it like a spear. This power can take time to charge, but it is deadly effective at medium to long range. It is a powerful supernatural tool for vampires who don't like close combat. How odd. I'll take one and I just need to see what it does, I suppose. Shadow Mist doesn't seem super useful. At least not yet. Ultimate. Supernatural moves your target and cause damage upon landing. Shadow Veil, smooth the shadows, yeah. You lose control and let the beast take over for a short time. The beast teleports itself to all enemies around you and strikes them with furious blows. You create a shadow vortex at your target's feet, coming to life. The shadows interrupt an enemy in the area and inflict tremendous damage. You focus your power to boil your target's blood, causing it to violently explode, dealing damage to the target and anything nearby. I like the Abyss one. It sounds pretty good. Some abilities are so powerful that even vampires fear them. Abyss is one of them. The vampire concentrates summoning the shadows in their purest, darkest form. These shadows capture the vampire's prey and toys with it, like a cat with a mouse. After a brief moment, the shadows strike, impaling their prey. Because of its dark nature, this type of ability cannot be used too often. Even the powerful vampires are seized by the tendrils of darkness. Right. More stamina, more health. Increased bite damage. I could carry 3 serums, number of bullets. Increase blood absorption, increase blood capacity. Oh, I can't quite do that, though. I didn't realize that that's... Yeah, okay. It's weird that it's marked that way. Okay. Hard bite or fast regen. Double damage when biting. Yeah, sure. I use it anyway, and it's a good thing to do something with it. Iron Imp, hi, hello. I am doing the level up choices. I have for like days and days in my time. I have been you know, doing the side quests under leveled and so on, and now I finally got a moment where I feel like it should hopefully be, you know, I think the world will go forward for one night and things will go to hell again, but at least this is the best I could find for a spot to do a level up rest. But how has your day been? I hope your day has been good and welcome. Yes. Neat to see the Vampy powers. Yes, it is. It's a combination of like increased stats, but also like a half a dozen different like an interesting skills, and maybe a little more too. Disappearances in Whitechapel. Reports of mysterious disappearances have escalated in the past weeks. Are they vampire hunters? I've killed like 100 of them in there. It has reached the point where witnesses have to queue before recounting their testimony to an officer. Although this phenomenon appears to be a nationwide occurrence, the statements of the last 24 hours have converged around a single area in the country, Whitechapel, London. Yes, once more, the despised and loathed East End is left to struggle on its own, continuously overlooked by the authorities, even while numerous families from this district report the unexplained disappearance of relatives and neighbors. What has happened to these missing individuals? Where are they? The only link between them seems to be their health and their need for urgent medical attention. Until recently, it was a local secret that the only place to get help was a discreet dispensary managed by unidentified Good Samaritans, but the place now seems to be closed and no one has any news from that facility. Did the missing persons go to a more secret place? Have they been discreetly moved to a more official service? One day soon, the London City Council's Board of Health will have to answer for this new mystery. EW. Difficult day, but I feel like I've gained ground since I woke. I feel pretty cool. I'm glad to hear that gained ground has happened. Yes. Mesmer. Right. Okay. Your choice concerning the community pillar have been reported to the press. Right. And this is this one, yeah. The people seem to be alive, though, at least at this stage. Dorothy Crane is missing, though. Okay, oh. Dr. Swansea's message. Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you, these dark times we are all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffin Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about econ in the last few years. I feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. And again, yeah. I apologize, I've been a bit inconsistent chatting on streams prior. Sometimes because of time difference, I fall asleep on account and assume that some. Yeah. Hey, every single comment is appreciated. It's perfectly like no, not at all. Like you do you and talk exactly the amount you want to, and it's all appreciated. Don't worry about it. And again, the odd wording there. I'm glad I met you. The thingy. These dark times we are all presently facing. I think they just missed the word "are." These are dark times we are all presently facing. Again, the writing is oddly bad in this weird way. Like it's all good, like lines and lines and lines of good, and they just like constantly in almost basically every note they have like a huge writing error. Like they just miss a word. It's odd. I'm so puzzled by why that is. Okay. And now we try to approach some quests. Yeah, this isn't the game I would use to teach anyone English. Yeah, same. Which I'm again. It has to be the case that the teams were like split into the Life is Strange part and this part, because the Life is Strange people, those people who wrote and write Life is Strange, there's basically no grammatical errors in it. Like I can't think of anything. And they have a lot of lore, well, notes, but like lore, you know, PC screens and magazines and so on, and then it's all correct. It's so weird. It has to be like a different split of the team. It's odd beyond belief. You're still here in the same spot, and the same body has been in there for a day. Jesus. Oh well, you know, we are stacked with work though. Okay. Before I tackle that part though, I'm super interested. Your actions have the prices and stocks of the merchant establishment may have changed. Yeah, but I made it better, not worse. Like it's from healthy to sanitized, so it should be better. So that should be fine. Right, but I'm this one. Convince Xiao Shun. Let's see. English, particularly street slang or regional dialect, can function with prominent grammatical errors, but they become consistent. Yes, see, like I've been constantly wondering about like especially at first, the couple of odd errors seemed so egregious and like. Yeah. The first couple of errors I thought might be intentional, like say when I found the photograph of Milton and the lady nurse, and the item said a photography with a Y at the end. A photography of this and this. And even the text said, again, a photography of this and this. And I'm like, okay, well, and I was like then put into the mindset of they're trying to like write 1918 English. Maybe it was called a photography. Like a photo was called a photography in that time. I was like, cool. And then like if I saw like a note from just some random thing somewhere. I was like, okay, it doesn't have the S at the end of the plural, but it's fine, and this I can accept. But then the same errors kept on happening in all of these super professional types, and in literally official like guidebooks of the Privy of Guard, whatever. And I was like, okay, something's off. This is not right. And that's again an excellent example. And on top of that, it's not a case of consistently the same type, because we have established over and over and over again that it's not a case of like, okay, be this type of writing the entire lore note, right? Like, be it dialect, habit, whatever. No. Instead, it's like a 25 lines of text, of which 23 and a half or 24 are perfectly good, works well, it flows nice, everything's grammatically right, and then just like the brick of nonsense for like one line of like everything's wrong, and you're like, weird. Like missing a word all of a sudden, or even worse. Again, the best example is that lore note we found about the the pregnancy of vampires or something, about the official guidebook of the hunters, and it was like good. It's damn. It's so weird. You do very well with English. It's been so different over so many years. Added to localized, exported, imported, reorganized. It's expressive but a miasma. Yeah, and like the nature of language is to change for the nature of language is to change and like mutate in a way that seems wrong at the time. That's fine, but these lore notes make no sense in how they're written in the grammar. Oh, also, Peyton, hi. What's your whole playthrough of Shadowgate? Love the game. Damn, thank you, much appreciated. That is, yeah, that game has a very specific has a very specific a personal connection to me, because that was like the game that taught me English as a kid. Like, I was a tiny boy who was just like, you know, I knew maybe a couple of hot words of English. Like, I could say the words "I don't know" and that's about it. And I wasn't even in school yet, I think. Like, not in elementary school even. Like, I was maybe 6 or 5 or something. 6? Just about to turn 7? I don't know. Like, I went to school the moment I turned 7, basically. That's how it goes in Finland. Like elementary school. And we didn't learn English there either until like the third year, so. So Shadowgate is this very elaborately written text-heavy game of like these first-person pictures, excellent music, and these actions of like take, push, pull, open, close, use, so on. And as a person who doesn't know English, I just like sat with my big bro and just like, okay, we're gonna do this game, just a dictionary on one side and just like do what I can. I couldn't understand the flavor text at all, but I got just enough to like just go myself through the motions of like, okay, this is a torch, and that means a torch is this, so on. It's like, the reason I know English as well as I do is largely thanks to that game. Like, that game literally like taught me the hard way how English works. Like, it like split the actual rules in there without me knowing what the rules are. Like, I can handle all of the prepositions correctly, but I have no idea what they're called, you know? Like, when I go to, like, I just know how, like, when I went into the third grade of school, I knew how English worked, but I couldn't explain to the teacher, like, I don't know why, but I know how these words go here. It's fine. Learning English must have been hard. I feel like me trying to learn Finnish would kill me. It might just be that I was lucky enough to go hard at that game out of just a huge interest of, "Yay, Nintendo, I want to play every game we have." We had like maybe 10 at that point, so I'm gonna... And the music was awesome and the look was cool. And as a 5-year, 6-year, 7-year-old, I've heard at least say that it's much easier to learn a language. So I started learning the language early enough that it sort of put me on a path of almost bilingual by sort of starting point. Not maybe quite, but in the ballpark of like understanding the language much better than my than other people in my surroundings. Also, Vampyr. Eat. F-bombs. Haha. Doop-a-da-bop. Boom. I'll read chat in a hot second. I need to focus on not getting my ass handed to me. Buttons. But yeah, Finnish is extremely difficult to learn, I hear, because it's not related to almost anything. It's basically Finnish, Estonian, and Hungarian, and that's your lot. Well, vaguely Same and so on, I suppose, but still. But I don't know. Even that is probably more like nah. Yeah, it's basically those, yeah. A remake of Shadowgate. I haven't played through that, no. I have it. I have the game. I've played it on my own for a couple of hours. It felt good. It was still, but it was new enough that the puzzles were different enough that I had trouble trying to progress though. So it's one of those things where I'm gonna play it, but at some point all the way probably. But streaming it would be tricky because, like, if you don't know what you're doing, then just looking at a walkthrough is not maybe the best content to make. Like me, like, okay, puzzle, don't know what to do, check walkthrough, check back, next puzzle, don't know what to do, check walkthrough, check back. It might not be the best kind of content to make, but yes, I might play it at some point, but I'm not sure if I'll stream it or such. A photography singular might make sense in the historical context just because of the limitations of the technology. A single photo could be yeah. I thought that as well. Yes. Abbreviated photographic study, but so many other bits are messed up. Exactly. It put me on a path of maybe that they're doing this on purpose, and maybe that word was in purpose, but the rest of it is clearly not. It can't be. There's no way. There's literally no way. Because it's so inconsistent in that it's great, wrong, great in one lore like note. It doesn't fit. I like to learn another language. Maybe it's just rebelliousness, but I wanted to learn something that isn't French or other official. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, we have the same thing in Finland. Every person in Finland is forced to sit through classes of Swedish because that is our second official language. So every single person that you meet from Finland has sat through school years in, like, you know, where there's been a lot of hours of sitting in classes of Swedish, and no one wants to learn it. And it's a very rebellious thing. I know it a little better than the average person in Finland, but that's not saying much. Like, I can barely go through a grocery store, like, with help. That's like, hur mycket är den här mjölk? Kan jag köpa den här mjölk? Det här är pengar. Tack så mycket. That's basically it. Like, that's basically like me buying milk. I can do that, and that's about it. I don't like Latin Romance languages that much. I'd prefer to learn something completely different. I forget the exact word, but yes, Finnish is fascinating, but developing in isolation from Northern Europe. Yeah, I think Finnish is a part of the family of, oh god, what's that in English? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's like Finno-Ugric languages or something like that. Because in Finnish we say suomalais-ugrilainen kieli, but, you know, that doesn't go quite the same. Your charade skill must be on point then. Well, I mean, I can speak 2 languages well, and a third one like enough to again go my way around in a grocery store. Yes, can't quite pronounce it. Yeah, that's I think that's basically how it's supposed to be said. But yeah. Oh! I forgot there was a dude. Actually, buttons. What was the button for the super skill? Because I kind of missed the. Try this. Ha! Eat that! I opened a portal to hell in under you. That's pretty good. I like it. Boom. Feels good. Also, I hope your day has been good, Peyton. I hope it has been a good day. And again, if my playthroughs are something that's, you know, fun to watch, I'm honored by the words that someone finds that. I wish I learned a different language besides English when I was younger. Yeah, I can relate, like, I can understand that. Yeah, like, I would love to know, like, I've sat through some classes of German as a kid, but I never, like, actually learned it in any meaningful way. Like, I know a couple of hot words of German, and that's about it. Like, I can say, like, I am this one, and, you know, individual sentences here and there, but I can't speak it or understand it, though. Like, nah. Like, I can say that ich bin Kriostix is I am Kriostix, and, you know. Ich bau dir ein Zauberschloss is I am building you a magic castle. Which, if I ever go to Germany, that's gonna be my pickup line. And then they will all run away from the weird man, and it'll be great. I promise it'll be fun. Right, so left here and go. But it's never too late to learn a language, though. It is a touch harder. It is a touch harder than probably than if you're 5, obviously. But it's all you can always learn a language if you put your mind into it. It's never too late. I would say. It just takes, you know, some dedication, like or like a sense of a goal, you know, or goals. I love that in German submarines is Unterseeboot, yeah. Or Unterseeboot, maybe. I'm also very amazed that the English language doesn't have a native word for the sense of the feeling of joy from the misfortune of others. I find it fascinating that English never had a native word for that. Then I had to learn it from German. Like, the English language, you know, the culture that came up with, like, things like Big Brother and, like, watching, you know, people just embarrass themselves and you laugh at them, you know? That they never instinctive, like, in the history, they never had a word for the getting of joy from the misfortune of others as a natively come up thing, you know, and they had to borrow the Schadenfreude indeed from German. I find it hilarious that's the case, and it's just like how. Like from all the languages, I would have expected English to have a word for that. Even the Finnish have it, and like we say vahingonilo, which literally translates to like basically joy of damage, basically. I'm so fascinated that that's the case. That English doesn't have an actual, like, that they had to loan the word Schadenfreude. For a hot second I thought that said 44, and I was like, wait, but 14, good, right. I reckon a lot of us wish we knew it right now. Maybe. Could be the case, yeah. And since we're talking about like the fun English quirks, I always found it fun that as an outside English speaker that isn't influenced as heavily by the sort of colloquial use of words, if you will, like the culturally misguided use of words, you know, like when, well, I'm gonna get to my example. You may have heard me say this before, but so regarding Weltschmerz, do you know if my messages are letting? Oh, sorry, I missed the first one. Sorry. My eyes are, again, my brain has been a bit of mush today. I'm sorry. It came out all right. I missed the one before. It's for some reason. See, the length of both of those two messages are the same, like in the chat boxes. The one about we managed and the one about though I think what happened was my mushed up brain just sort of made those just one comment because they were both the same size, and I just read the one below and I just didn't think about anything. Like, my mind has been very not in it today. We managed to get this far without Weltschmerz, though. Yeah. It is true. Down to the syllable. Yeah. It's my eyes just failed me on that one. I'm sorry. Weltschmerz. I know Schmerz is pain. Welt is not the first. Like, I know Seelenschmerz is like soul pain, but like Weltschmerz is not something I've come across before yet. I think. See, I've listened to a lot of like Gothic German music as we know. Turns out the words Seelenschmerz, world pain, right. As we would say, maailmantuska in Finnish. I've listened to a lot of you know, German Gothic music, and turns out the words Seelenschmerz and Dunkelheit and Augen come up a lot in those. Dunkelheit, darkness, Augen, eyes or eye. Whichever it was again. But yeah, world pain, yeah. With a degree of soul pain implied with weariness, tiredness, right. Hi. Cool. Dum da dum da dum dum. Yeah. About the story, I was like, yeah. Since like quirks of English, because I'm an outside speaker. I learned English literally from dictionaries. You know, many individual weird words I heard in an instance, and I checked the dictionary to see what it is, instead of like getting secondhand information like colloquially from someone, right? And this has led me to one of the more interesting things in how the English speakers themselves often misconceptualize or misunderstand the word vertigo. Because when I first heard the word vertigo, it was thrown around a lot in Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2. There was always vertigo everywhere. It just came up a lot. So, like it was basically like time travel feelings converging into one place, so they felt vertigo when it happened. It was a thing. So I then checked the dictionary and just then learned that it means dizziness. That's basically what it is. And the thing is, many, if not most, English speakers think that vertigo is a fear of heights. But it's not. And it's all apparently because of that one Alfred Hitchcock movie. I was like, oh! So I have come from the outside to teach this stuff to some people every once in a while. Like, yeah, vertigo is not a... yeah. It's super fun. And I find it fascinating that one movie basically had such an impact on the language, like colloquially, that people thought it meant something else than what it does. And to this day, that is still the case. In like, I believe I may have taught this to Will as well. I'm now drawing don't quote me on this, but I might have. I think I just brought it up, but I don't remember for sure if he knew it or not yet. English is so strange. Sometimes it's so poetic for being direct rather than flowery. Other times, other times you get H.P. Lovecraft or such, where things benefit from such vivid but weird descriptions. Yes. No, yes, vertigo you might get being fearful of heights and looking over a cliff, but it's not what it is. Vertigo is delirium and dizziness, yes. And an overall sense of dizziness is a translation I got from the dictionaries I checked, and that's worked fine. But that's like, and then many people then sort of go into that sort of middle lane and say and answer that. Yes, vertigo is the thing you feel when you are, high up. And I'm like, well, you can, but the heights are not needed. Like, you can feel vertigo, like, on ground level with nothing anywhere. It has, by definition, nothing to do with heights. It's very interesting. It's super interesting. That's a teleporty boy. And it's gonna take a... Ooh, that feels good to do. Honestly, that feels pretty good to do. Vertigo is the kind of spinning sickness you get if you're a kid on a spin on a swing of 900 degrees. Yeah, that's true. And like literally the medical like I've had like there in like the medical language, simply dizziness is described as vertigo. As well. Like if you are experiencing a sense of like being on an like if you are on normal solid ground and feel like just dizzy, like you're on a like a ship deck or something, that literally in my medical records is named as vertigo or something. So that's where it like derives from. An unstable plane, yeah. Yep. Like I find it the simplest to say overall dizziness. It's that means this, that is a good enough translation to get the point across. It's basically because if you try to specify it too much, it might get into territory where it's not necessary to be that specific anymore. I find. Like if I try to over specify it into being a is there a word in Finnish for cheers or oh, you mean with when you say that the other one, you mean there's supposed to be a small O on top of the A, so skål. But Finnish, yes, there kippis is our Kippis. Kippis. Hi, there's like monsters everywhere. Could you like not be here, lady? You're gonna be in trouble. Hi, lady. Hi. Hi.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, right, because yeah,
this
right.
Is the only place where I can find some.
It took a second, but like I think the thing is that he accidentally said Miss Shun as in Miss first name. That right. That's I was like, wait, but yeah.
Kind of serenity. Some way to
Kippis,
remember,
yes.
my dear Matthew.
That's what it is. Perfectly correct.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
Have you no friends or family? Also, do you healthy? Okay.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be?
Trying to learn how to claim classes in world over. A good way to make friends. Yes. But just for the Swedish one, you're gonna need this thing. Give us a minute.
I need silence. And I need sadness.
So like there. That's the very mysterious Swedish O in a way. It's yeah. It's that letter trips up everyone who hasn't spoken Swedish or, you know, Scandinavian stuff, because they always think it's an A, but it's not. It's a Swedish O in a very weird way. Or we call it Swedish O in Finland. Yeah, so you'll need an extended keyboard. Yes, luckily, like they just sell extended keyboards for you know, Scandinavics here, so it's fine. It like you probably can't. Well, you can, but you go to a market, you buy a keyboard. It has that stuff. So, but the thing is, it's yeah, Swedish O. So many people make the mistake of saying skal, but it's skål. That's it. Skål, not skal. Yes. I imagine you know that, but I'm just like making conversation, you know. Sadness can be a terrible trap. Let's put it that way.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
I'm a helpy person. Plus your blood will get XP. It's fine.
Tell me how your husband...
Tell me that
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort.
Exactly, yeah.
Everything
I
that am
imagined
not.
you knew that, yeah.
Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen?
Yep.
I'll never know.
I find this super like it is it's never gonna stop being funny that I ask these questions in the most Batman swear to me sense, and he's just like, why are you blaming yourself?
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
I see. Your lady friend, she's Ukrainian, and I grew up in Polish people and friends. I see. That seems interesting. Their cheers is flower. Ukrainian cheers is na zdarovia, but that's kind of like nice drive-aways. I see. I see. I haven't heard that one, no. Ooh. I let my... Wow.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually you'll
I
have
think
to
Polish
leave
is just na zdraví, right.
Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
Could be wrong. Okay, I also, I have no idea. Not dead.
But you're not dead. There is a difference between visiting the dead and staying with them.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
That makes
a
not
physician,
sense.
One of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you. Since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
Russian is more cut still, but Cyrillic anyway translates to your health.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Is he just gonna walk past all the ghouls and it'll be fine? Like, I probably missed a couple.
Goodbye for now.
Just...
No, you can trust me. Why have you not spoken to me?
Okay. I'm still wondering about this dude. Like, hopefully I, you know... Another body murdered. Yeah, okay, let's do the main quest because the main quest is in the direction of a place I could open up anyway later, where I'm hoping to open up at some point. So maybe I'll find out about that. I like to learn non-English cheers since I've found it very helpful making a gesture as in I'm a strange foreigner who wishes you well past Copenhagen travel. That's true. That is probably true, yeah. Like... Is she just gonna be fine, is my question, you know?
I have this thirst for blood.
I know.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
It's good, rat. Come on. If you can wish someone well over a drink in their language, even if it's kind of misplaced, people like it. That is, yeah, that does check out, yeah. For sure. I would imagine that the Finns might be the most, you know, touch and go if they open up to a person talking to them, but with luck we might. and if alcohol is involved, then it's fine. as is with many. Hi. 15, huh? Anyone else? Boom. Your hand went down to hell with the trap. I see. I have looted this before already. Yeah. Okay. I'll come to Finland someday and buy you all drinks with my Irish liver enzyme. Sounds like a plan. Right. I wonder if the way to the docks is filled with high-level hunters again. It would make sense, wouldn't it? But... Let's see.
It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Yeah, but it's sanitized. Like, how much more careful can I be, man? There you go. Nah, not too close. Nasty things, those. Nom 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 nom. That's pretty good. Let's like keep distance and just utilize the claw and so on if I get a chance to. And it's yeah, tricky one. Mom's really into genealogy. It's interesting, but I tease her about stalking dead people. I see. Great grandparents were UK and Swedish. Ah, yeah. I'm generally Finns you, but way back. Ah, yes. Well, I mean, if we count back long enough, I mean, we are all like related to the like same person somewhere down the line, you know. According to QI, that like information panel show, anyone currently living in Europe is related to King Charlemagne. Just by, like, mathematics, because that's how... Okay. Because that's how it goes. I mean, I don't need to go there, though. There's nothing... Yeah, we're all parted from octopuses somewhere in the past. Yep, that checks out. Yep. That might be where we went wrong. Yeah, we should have all just like stayed in the sea and eat the other fishes. It'll be fine. Now that is a way to go. Do 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 do. And eat. Damage. Well, this is the way I need to go, though, so... Okay, big boy. I don't like those, but, you know, we'll just have to make do. 50 seconds still to... Oh, boy. I'm not gonna wait for that cooldown. I just gotta pick a target and go.
I'd step back, sir. Over there. Take its head. He's dead.
Okay, your turn. Boom. How much damage is this? It does use a bunch of blood. I found the damage indicator for it to be a little confusing, but okay. I see. Because blood is both a resource and a type of damage, and it's a little... It takes some getting used to read it, but cool. Isn't it octopi? Am I being rude for saying that? Or are they both okay? It might be. Are really, really smart though. At least as smart as a dog or cat. Maybe more. Yeah, I have heard the same thing, yeah, and also I've also seen how they use tools and then they, you know, can escape from the most elaborate places. It's great. And from both elaborate and small places. It's great. I've also seen seen some very cool examples of this. So, hi. Do you want to become one with the darkness? Oh, wow. Nom 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 nom. They're all okay, yeah. Contested, yeah. Yeah. I see. So what you mean to say that the vicious battle of which is the correct one rages on, yeah, among the circles. And I hope it wasn't rude. I was just curious. And yes. Adore them. They're full of mischief and smarts, but they can also show preference and like people. Oh. I didn't hear the liking people part before, but sure, why not? I hope I'm going the right way. I might be able to just like eat some of him if I just like... Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Nom 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 nom. Some people, they can be capricious, right? They're all like little Lokis. And somehow it makes them even more interesting, though. One, two, three, one more. There you go. Right, and then here, and this should work out, right? There's a gate that's... yeah. Ah! Is there a monster I should be aware of? Not seeing one. What was that? Oh! I heard it puke and I hunted it down like the best of us. Cool. Boom. They're all like little Lokis, but they'll be true if you're their person, kind of like cats. I miss the cat our parents had that sort of like, you know, became largely my cat until I moved out. Because parents were often you know, vacationing somewhere, and I was then home to, you know, watch the cat. So the cat was like, "Ooh, this man is the food dispensary when the others are gone," and then he became my cat, largely, or at least in more than the others.
And every dawn another death.
Okay, are we looking at like a something like a search area? I would imagine the bar people would know. Oh, is
my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
I see.
You
Rar.
must be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Right. Hello.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange
10
event?
ghouls, 10 vampire hunters on my way
More to
here.
the point. Who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Anyway, fondness of octopus and tersos aside, I just when I hear the name Throgmorton, I always think of the Lovecraft story. I wonder if it's a reference or no, but you know. Because basically, or it's like a... Sorry. Throgmorton was a thing in the Sinking City, the game, which is then a reference into... what's the hell is the name of the story again? The story... fact concerning the late Arthur German. That one. So through a game, I think of Lovecraft when I hear the word Throgmorton now. It's like, So not like straight up Lovecraft though. So that's my mistake. Yes.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect.
Am I standing on his corpse?
The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire.
If you'll actually...
evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
If you'll indulge me, because I just realized I have to put some food in the oven, but I don't want to cut the recording yet because I'll cut it when I start eating. So what I'll do is I'll put a the dialogue thing happening, and I'll just run to put food in the oven quickly, and then it'll take maybe a minute. Okay? Okay, good. I hope, and then I'll be back here in a just indulge me for 1 minute.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
There we are. Tourism videos of Russian system, a live edge material, live edge martial arts, and Will's video drum also animated gif of me throwing a hatchet. I see. I'll check them out afterwards. Although I might sleep after I'm done. That's kind of how I often do. But thanks for letting me know, though. Absolutely. Cool. So yeah, I have some food going in the oven, and then when the food's done, then I'll keep the food break. I felt that's because I don't have currently any food that I could just like put in a microwave and go. So that's I had to do it that way.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
I see. Fair enough. I'm sleeping out. Yeah, and like my current system is that I'm trying to like push forward my sleeping rhythm, and I'll basically like I stream until I get sleepy. So that's basically it.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course.
When we have a chance to interact, right?
A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Tempted?
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
Hunt alone?
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Okay.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Interesting.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Okay. And yeah, I've exhausted all of these even, yeah, cool.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Yes. I'm standing on the corpse of the boy. I'm a doctor. It's fine. It's a new autopsy technique. You put your feet inside the corpse and you feel around what was the cause of death. It's fine. It's very scientific. Oh god. Healthy, good.
Be he cursed or not.
Hi.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Tell me everything.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
I see.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
I do worry that again, the central character of this quest, which apparently turned vampire, is the pillar of this community, which is gonna suck. Like, that's gonna... Like, what good's gonna come of that, you know?
Turquoise for a time.
I wonder if I can talk to anything...
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Ah, you're that doctor.
I already have the info I needed. I feel like I don't need to ask any because I went through everyone to talk about the nurse, and they just gave basically the same answer, all of them. Like in different words, but basically like it was very redundant. So.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boots.
Very much that. I've read that before, yeah. Yeah, that's the my face memory is sometimes a little rusty on these. Right. Yes, let's teleport in front of the vampire hunter. Yoink! And that's the vampire hunter on the pier there, the self-proclaimed one. But, you know. Level 22 big boy, oh god. Who wants to have a go? Hell yeah! That went surprisingly great. Damn. Feels good. That's kind of a strange plotline. I was molested by the clergy, but that just strengthened my faith in the Lord. Who knows? It might also just be a story told about him and didn't actually happen. Like, you just don't know yet, you know? Considering how the game tricked me with the bomber, I never expect... I always doubt that the story told to me is the whole truth, you know? Or true at all. Or something. So, yes, that sounds weird. Very weird, but like, we'll see if it's actually, like, facts, you know? Right. We have 10 seconds until we can introduce them to Cool. Hello. Have you heard of the hellish abyss of hell?
The guard of 3-1 is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
See, it's fine. And he's gonna just keep calling for new friends, so I kinda gotta focus on him, I think. Ugh.
Watch it! It's a killer!
Hi. Nom 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 nom. Also, I'm basically an like I don't believe in basically anything, so I'm probably an atheist. So that's all. Like I'm super not sensitive about religion. It's all good. Not at all. It's cool. Personally, I'm kind of agnostic, but as a matter of what I respect, I do something. If I do something cool, I try and throw old one eye, a wink, and a nod. Right. Okay. It took me a second to. Yes. I see. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Food is not yet, but it's, you know, getting there. I'm eating. Yeah. I'll show you what I'm eating when it's done. Although not on YouTube though. It's a Twitch live exclusive.
The result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Right. As opposed to the other 4 corpses around, those are the work of a perfectly fine gentleman and not a murderous beast at all. It's fine. Like, I know I'm just defending myself, but I'm super. It's so funny that they don't tackle at all the fact that I've killed like 200 people, and the whole like moral dilemma is even one death is the work of a murderous beast. And there's something very funny about that. I like it. Yeah, if gods are real, I would choose Odin. I don't think of myself as Asatru or anything. I just choose to worship him. Yeah. That makes sense. What would be like the god of choice? Oh boy. I mean, I am like bureaucratically, I'm evangelist Lutheran, but that's only like because I was born into it, and I don't like it doesn't mean anything to me. I'm scrolling gods in my mind. I don't know. Because I feel they all have their quirks. Odin is not a bad choice though. That's probably, yeah, I take that. Because the old Finnish religion is not as such. They're more like nature spirit beings, I think, and so on. Also, what's the noise there? Like, I'm struggling to think if, like, I'm now trying to think if our nature deities are as such gods in the sense of like Poseidon, you know, like we have our own thing of Poseidon called Ahti, but I'm not sure if it's quite it's ballpark, sure. And then the, you know, deity of the forest is Tapio. Those are like the two that spring to mind. But like our like mythological story thing is more about like magical blacksmiths and this one old druid wizard type guy, and then they made and found like a mill that made gold and so on, called Kalevala. It was the storyline. The folklore religion, if you will. Or the myth stuff. There was animism the world over. Exactly, yeah. And we didn't quite create our, like, there, yeah. And then Christianity came along and we're like, oh, that's a thing. Okay. And we're like, meh. Although I suppose that there is the fact that, like, you know... I don't know. Boom. And without getting caught up in a sense of obligation, I like to worship ideas and physical things. I really like Lake Huron in Canada. I worship that in as much as anything. I smell the food, but it's not quite yet, according to the lights on the thing. I suppose I'm different in the sense that I guess I'm an atheist in the sense that I really don't believe in anything. But am I just open enough to find the notion of some sort of a higher being fun? That I could, like, as you put it, like, nod in the direction of some sort of a Beelzebub. And I find no harm in having some sort of rituals or nods into whatever creatures of the natures or whatever mythologies, if you feel like doing so.
This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm.
But I am not sure if I'm quite agnostic. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. You done? Have you heard of the darkness? Boom.
All of you bloody leeches need killing. Want some of this?
I want the blood of this boy instead. Oh, I have locked onto you, I'll tell you. Just, I would like to point out. Not a lot of damage, but it is ranged, so there is some value in that, I suppose, but... Because some of these people, are, like, the ranged attack of some damage is not pointless. And the gun isn't super useful.
I'll put it into you.
Oh, come on. Nom 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 nom. Surely, yes. Food ready. Broadly speaking, I feel like spirituality, religion, I think people should feel freely if they're inclined to what makes them feel good, but when it gets to be a tool of human hierarchy and organization, I lose interest. Yes. And I have thoughts about, like trying to, you know, indoctrinate or push said faith to someone else, you know. I used to be very atheistic, very scientific. I suppose I still am, but I've allowed room for some celebration. I can get that, yeah. Like, I suppose my arc is similar, but I might not have reached quite as far as that in the agnostic part. But yeah. Eating break. BRB. I'll bring. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you've enjoyed this, please do drop a like or a comment or even subscribe or share if you want to. It would really help. And thank you so much for watching. And join me here live on Twitch to see me do the combat with the darkness and the vampire. It's good, I hope. Yes. Have a good one and bye bye.